Oh, we're at Roaring Camp.
You have your water?
There's a steam engine coming over there. Fun. And then over here is Miss Barbara.
Oh. I'll let you show me.
Oh, listen to that.
What's behind it now?
Lovely.
Where is the other sticker?
So we have some cabooses here. I assume the probably the employees stay in them. We like little cabooses. We got the train tracks over here. It's a nice area out here. So, and we got redwood trees. We're going to go on a little hike here in a minute to see some more.
Okay, good.
So here's the trees. Redwood trees. Those are some big trees. And they smell really, really amazing.
I don't know if you got the top of them, but it's all
It's
blended together.
Yeah. Amazing.
Hi.
Lovely out here. And I hear the train coming.
And if you pan here, you can get the tree you touched to show what the bark
Oh,
is
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Right there.
So this tree, I reached out and touched it, and it feels really furry, kind of hairy. I've never touched bark like that before. It's fascinating. So, and they definitely have a distinctive smell. It's lovely. Okay.
Bring it down a little tiny bit.
Yeah. Nice little train. Okay.
There it is. Every time a train crosses the road, they have to blow that signal day or night, and that's not because they feel like it, because most of us don't. It's because of the Federal Railroad Administration, mandating that all trains blow that day or night. So, the next time you get woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning by a freight train blasting through the middle of your town, please try not to get angry at us crew, because, you know, we're just trying to keep our jobs. You should be more angry at the Federal Railroad Administration, also known as the FRA. That's where you send those angry letters, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in just a moment, our train will be entering a location on this railroad known as Big Trees, because some of the oldest, largest trees left in this entire valley are in this next location. These trees are known as the coastal redwoods, and they're Now, if you're currently seated on the left-hand side of this train, you may want to have those video cameras ready, because the next time you hear the whistle, our train will be crossing the sharpest curving, passenger-carrying trestle in all of North America. And y'all on the left are going to have a pretty good view of it this time. But if you're seated on the right-hand side of the train, don't worry about it, because you're going to have the same exact opportunity a little later, once we're coming down the mountain facing the opposite direction. Now, one of the things that makes this little railroad so special, besides the fact that we operate steam engines every single day here, which is almost crazy, is the fact that this is a narrow gauge railroad. That means the train tracks we're going on right now, they're only 3 feet apart from each other. And this is a lot narrower than the modern American standard gauge of 4 feet, 8.5 inches, like Caltrain, Amtrak, Union Pacific, or our beach train tracks down there on the right. Now this magic number of 4 feet 8.5 inches for standard gauge railroads rail distance actually comes from the imprints left in the ground by the Roman chariots of the Roman Empire. Yep, the Roman Empire figured out a wheelbase 4 feet 8.5 inches wide was just barely wide enough to fit not one but 2 full-grown horses between the wheels of the chariots they had to pull. And back when they were first designing railroads in the late 1700s, well, they were still using horses. So this... Because it's incredibly cheaper to do. Yes, with narrower train tracks, you don't have to clear as much land to put your railroad down in the first place. With a smaller, more nimble equipment, you can also have tighter turns and steeper grades, which was absolutely perfect for building the pioneering railroads of America. But eventually, standard gauge railroading won the popularity contest out here in North America because those trains with their wider train tracks are wider in general, making it easier for them to haul more freight. But here on this narrow gauge railroad with our smaller, more nimble equipment and our very special all-wheel drive, gear-driven, steam-powered 1912 Shay locomotive at the front of this train, we consider 3.5% to be pretty much flat. Because as we make this next right-hand turn in about 40 seconds, our little train is going to start climbing an 8.5% grade. That's incredibly steep for a train. It's also incredibly steep for a Geo-Metro, I found out the hard way. If you listen to that locomotive, you'll hear it making all sorts of strange, scary, concerning sounds as it struggles to get us up this mountain. But if you listen very carefully, you may just barely hear that locomotive chanting, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, right up this hill.
Is it going up? Fun. And here's our happy little engine. Taking down the train down there. We were near the back. This engine's actually not much bigger than mine. We like happy steam engines. Alright. Making sure he's lubricated, I guess. Alright.
Doug was pretty eager on that whistle there. The crossing's over there. See? Not even there yet. Huh. He caught me off guard too. That scared me pretty good. Hey. Now if you're seated on the right-hand side of the train, you're going to want to keep those video cameras handy. Because the next time you hear that whistle, our train will be crossing the sharpest curving passenger-carrying trestle in all of North America again, giving all of you the opportunity on the right-hand side to get a pretty good video, just like the left-hand side had earlier. But please remain seated for the remainder of this trip, but in particular, on the trestle. The trestle is about 210 feet long. It's also about 42 feet tall. And let me tell you, it's a little difficult to stick the landing from 42 feet in the air. I knew a guy that tried once, and the key word there was there. So please remain seated. Now, if you're concerned about me running around this train, hopping on and off like a wild man, I do appreciate your concern. Thank you.
More straight ahead of us now.
But you guys don't have to worry about me, because I have training that helps keep me safe.
I saw it coming up. I don't see it right now.
That's the last one, I swear.
That's a big tree.
That noise you're hearing right now, that noise, That's a steam-powered air compressor. That's working to pump our brakes up to 90 pounds of pressure to release them. When you let air out of the system, the brakes apply.
That's for the brakes. See? Okay,
The train breaks in half, these airlines become disconnected, you lose all 90 pounds.
Tristan's off to here now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever used a teapot for an extended amount of time, or maybe you've accidentally boiled a whole pot of water down to nothing, like I did last night attempting to make mac and cheese, you may find at the bottom of those pots is a whole bunch of random minerals that used to be in the water, that got left in the pot as the water evaporated out of the pot from you boiling it away. Same thing occurs when you have a leaky faucet. All those little mineral deposits here below the faucet. Well, the same thing occurs to a steam engine, especially after you boil away 700 gallons of water like we just did going up and down this mountain. That leaves a whole bunch of random minerals at the bottom of that locomotive's boiler that really mess it up something fierce. So to help clean out all those minerals, the boiler in that locomotive is equipped with a very special valve known as a blow-down valve. It's basically a large hole at the lowest point in that locomotive's boiler where all the sediment likes to build up, you know, in the low spot. And when our fireman George opens up this special valve, it lets a whole bunch of water and steam jet out of the side of the boiler with 200 pounds of pressure behind it, taking all that sediment right out of the